Hello all. In today's lecture we are going to learn Emerson Efficiency Premium Plan. Now this scheme is not for the skilled and competent worker, but this scheme is designed to encourage the slow worker so that they can do little bit better. So in this scheme the standard output will be given and standard time will be given. That means the employees have to finish the standard output within the standard time. But as we have learned in the previous schemes that if the employee is going to produce standard output in the standard time, then only he is going to get the bonus. But in this scheme, it's not like that. In this scheme, even if the employee is going to produce less than the standard output, he is going to get the bonus. Because this scheme is only to encourage the slow workers so that they can become a little bit quick. So this plan is basically based on the efficiency of the workers. So this plan says that if the worker is efficient enough, then we are going to give the bonus. Now in this plan, the efficiency starts from 66.67% of the standard output. That means if the worker has finished till 66, or we can say 67% of the output, he has produced 67% of the output, then in this case he won't be given any bonus. But yes, if he is going to finish more than 67% of the output, then he is going to get the bonus. So suppose the worker is given that the standard output should be 100 units in a day. So if the worker is going to finish 67 units in a day, so till 67 units, he will be guaranteed the minimum wages of a day only. But if the worker is going to produce more than 67 units in a day, that means if he is going to produce 68 units, 70 units, 80, 90, 100 or more than 100, then he is going to get the bonus. So the limit is 67%, or you can say 66.67%. So the plan of the Emerson efficiency plan is like that. Till 67% of the efficiency level, no bonus will be given. Only the guaranteed wages will be given. If the employee produces from 66.23% to 100% of the standard output, then the bonus will be given up to 20%. That the bonus will start from 1% and it will end till 20%. That means suppose if the worker is producing 68% of the output, then he is going to get 1% bonus. If he is going to produce 69% of the output, he is going to get 2% bonus. And as the efficiency of the worker increases, the percentage of bonus will increase. But if the worker is going to produce 100% of the standard output, that means if the worker is given to produce 100 units, standard output is 100 units in a day, and if he produces 100 units in a day, that means the actual output produced and the standard output is same. In that case, the worker will get 20% of the bonus. So whatever is the guaranteed wage rate per day, he will get 20% extra. But if the person produces more than 100% of the efficiency, that means if the person is given to produce 100 units in a day and he produces 110 units, so he will be given bonus more than 20%. So in this case, bonus will be 20% plus extra 1% for every 1% increase in efficiency above 100%. Which means if the worker produces 110 units and the standard output was 100 units, then in this case he will be getting 20% bonus, plus since he has produced 10% more than the efficiency, so he will get 10% extra bonus. So in this case his bonus will be 30%. Suppose he produces 120 units and he was supposed to produce, and that means the standard output is 100 units. So his efficiency is 120%. So for 100% he will get 20%. He produces 20% extra, so he will get 20% more bonus. That means total bonus will be 40%. Now let's understand with the help of an example. The question says in a factory the standard working hours are fixed to be 8 hours a day and standard output is 10 units per hour. So that means in 1 hour you have to produce 10 units and working hours are 8. So in 8 hours you have to produce 80 units. So standard output is 80 units. The day rate wages are rupees 6. That means for working on a day, the guaranteed wages are rupees 6. There are 5 workers A, B, C, D and E. A produces 50 units, B 65, C 45 units, D 75 and E 100 units. So the bonus is given like that. If the person produces 60% efficiency, no bonus will be given. If his efficiency is between 67% to 80%, 5% bonus will be given. If efficiency is 80% to 90%, 10% bonus will be given, and if the efficiency is 90 to 100%, then 20% bonus will be given. And if our employee produces more than 100% of the efficiency, then there will be a rise of 1% for every 1% rise in efficiency. So let's solve it. Now first of all, calculate the daily wages. Since the daily wages are fixed to be rupees 6, so every employee is to get rupees 6. Now this is the minimum wages that every employee is going to get. Now standard output we have already calculated, it's 80 units. So let's write 80 for everyone is 80 units. Now let's calculate the efficiency. Efficiency will be each and every employee has to produce minimum of 67% of the units so that he should get the bonus. So let's calculate the efficiency of Mr. A. So worker A produces 50 units. So efficiency, the formula for calculating efficiency is actual output. That means whatever the units is produced by the employee divided by standard outputs. And we multiply by 100 just to get the percentage sign. So Mr. A produces 50 units. So his efficiency will be 50 divided by 80. So it's coming out to be 62.5%. So in this case, since his efficiency is 62.5%, which is less than 66%, so he will not get any bonus. Our rate of bonus will be nil. Since rate of bonuses will be nil, so bonus will be 0 and his total earnings will be rupees 6 only. Now let's calculate for B. The efficiency of B will be, Mr. B is producing 65 units. So it will be 65 divided by 80. So his efficiency is 81.25%. So if the person is producing between 80 to 90% efficiency, the bonus is 10%. So rate of bonus will be 10%. So let's calculate the rate of bonus. So the bonus will be 10% of rupees 6. So it will be 6 multiplied by 0.10, which comes out to be 0.60. So the total earnings will be 6 plus 0.6. So it will be 6.6. Now let's calculate the efficiency of C. Mr. C produces 45 units. So his efficiency will be 45 divided by 80. So his efficiency comes out to be 56.25%. So which is less than 67%. So he is not going to get any bonus. So his rate of bonus will be nil and bonus will be 0. So his amount will be 6 only. Now let's see for D. Mr. D produces 75 units. So his efficiency will be 75 divided by 80. So he produces 93.75%. So since he is producing more than 90%, so his bonus will be 20%. So the rate of the bonus will be 20%. So let's calculate the 20% of rupees 6. So 6 multiplied by 0.20. So it comes out to be 1.2. So his total earnings will be minimum wages, that is guaranteed, plus the bonus, that is 1.2. So his total earnings will be 7.2. Now Mr. E produces 100 units. So his efficiency will be 100 divided by 80, which is 1.25, which means 125%. So since he is producing more than 100%, so for producing more than 100%, he is guaranteed bonuses 20% plus 1% extra. So he produces 25% extra. So his rate of bonus will be 20 plus 25, that is 45%. So his bonus will be 6 multiplied by 0.45, which comes out to be 2.7. So his total earnings will be 6 plus 2.7, which comes out to be 8.7 rupees. So in this immersion efficiency plan, it's just to encourage the slow workers so that they can produce more. So hence the bonus starts from the 66.23% efficiency level. Hope you have understood the question. For more questions, you can refer my book, Introduction to Cost Accounting. Thank you.